Hey guys, how are you all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I know I don't have my glasses on. It's because I'm actually making another tribute for one of my subscribers, and this is going to be a Venom tribute for 2018 Venom. So I think you guys are going to like it. I just started working on it. I'm on the first clip, so it's going to take a few days, but once it's out, I hope you guys will really enjoy it. As I did my Loki tribute, I think that's pretty well received. So a lot of people hopefully are watching that one, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of that. You know, after I finish off like trilogies or individual films, I'm gonna be doing characters like Loki, Venom, Iron Man, you know, Cole from Ninja, you know, whoever it is. I'm gonna be doing a lot of those too, just to spice things up. So that's not what the video is today. That's just a little heads up on why I'm not wearing my glasses. I looked at the computer for too long, at this close up, and you know, my glasses are for far stuff. But anyway, on a different note, what we're going to be doing today is, yes, I promised you guys I was going to do this, and we're finally doing it. It is the Spider-Man Far From Home official trailer talk, I guess you could say. Now, of course, when, what was it, Avengers Endgame, when that trailer happened, I did a Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame trailer talk in my other, review, so do check that out if you haven't. But around that same time, Sony and Marvel, Disney, they were like, oh, Rita, put the Far From Home trailer on, it's going to be sick. And we're all like, yeah! And it never happened. We were like, boo! Finally, it's out today, as Tom Holland tweeted or Insta-tweeted or whatever that is. But, he kind of mentioned it. So, finally we have it. I was actually in Target picking up those DVDs, Once Upon a Deadpool and Lego Jurassic World. I haven't seen that video. I just posted it a little bit ago today, so check that out as well. Both great films. But let's see. Now, here's my my interest with Spider-Man Far From Home, is that, yeah, it looks fantastic. Right off the bat, it looks great. I mean, Captain Marvel, to me, I don't know. I'm not on the bandwagon of hate for all this stuff. I'm just, when I watch a movie, if it's a good movie, I'm fine. You know, all this stuff that people are bringing up, I don't care about that. I just watch a movie for the movie, and I either don't like the movie or I love the movie. So, Captain Marvel looks fantastic to me. Endgame, from what we saw, looks great, and of course Far From Home looks great too. Now, my thing I'm going to be bringing up here is that we don't necessarily 100% know when Far From Home is taking place. We do know that we don't know. That's basically it. Because Kevin Feige and a few other head honchos at Marvel said, oh yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming 2, because they didn't have the title, but let's just say Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home, takes place right after Avengers Endgame. So then we're like, oh, cool, Peter's alive, and Happy's alive, and, we didn't see Tony at all in the trailer, because, again, that'd be a huge friggin' spoiler, but, we see these things, and we're like, oh, so they must live through Endgame, through Thanos' decimation, the snap. But then on the other hand, you see articles posted, people, going, oh, when does it take place? So we don't really know, it's been said by people, so we're taking their word, but then also, people who have common sense, and people who have, Marvel fans like myself, I actually have a little theory too, and I don't look up theories that much, really, at all, so I don't know if this is a theory that someone else has. This is just my theory, so if it looks like I stole it, I didn't. I just thought this myself. But my thing is, if you remember Far From Home, right, the whole plot is they're going on a school vacation, and most school vacations have buses involved. Also keep in mind that the very first time we see Peter Parker and his cronies, buddies on the bus in Infinity War is when they're on a bus at the beginning of Infinity War. So when you piece that together, wait a minute, Far From Home takes place in a bus on a field trip, and they just got back from a field trip on a bus with the same kids. You kind of have to go, well, maybe Far From Home is a prequel to Infinity War, but a sequel to Homecoming. I don't know if that's true. Again, we really don't have a concrete answer. There's a lot of speculation of people saying that and then people saying that. But, hopefully we'll find out sooner rather than later. But as for right now, my theory, if it does take place before the snap, that's my little go-to theory. But if not, and it takes place after Endgame, then perfect. Peter's alive. We don't know how he's going to be alive. Let's see how that goes, though. But yeah, it looks amazing. So after that little rant of the theory thing here, of course, let's just get that out of our head and just watch the trailer for what it is. I thought it was great. It has great CGI, and the movie's not even probably, done with the editing. They're probably still working on it, on the cutting room floor and all that. So for them to, for it to look this good in the trailer was cool because I was a little nervous about Captain Marvel because it looked okay, but Marvel, and I mentioned this in another video, Marvel movies can look a little wonky at times because they overuse their CGI. That's not always a bad thing, but sometimes it is, and I mentioned that in a previous video on my channel. But this one, the CGI looks on point, and it's not even like really 100% done yet. Very happy about that. So we see Spider-Man, getting an award, business as usual. He's getting happy and all that, and then Aunt May and Happy Hogan. Is it his name? Happy. I think I'm doing that wrong. I don't know. I forgot his name. Iron Man's buddy, Happy. He shows up with a giant check, and they're all like, "Oh, great job!" And there's a little flirting tension between Happy and Aunt May, and Peter's like, "What the hell's going on here?" What? But so a little joke. Marvel tends to have these little jokes, without going too jokey, because again, this really isn't like a comedy, and again, after that shot, we go into where, Peter's like, "Oh, we're going on a vacation. I'm going to Europe." He tells his buddies, and then, you see these various random shots of Peter and MJ, and what the heck's his buddy's name? Shoot. I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember the buddy's name. Darn it. If you guys know the name of Peter's buddy, tell me in the comments. Darn it. I can't remember his name, and I just watched a trailer. Shoot. But anyway, they're all on this, they're in Italy, and they're in these places, they're going on vacation, hence the name Far From Home. And his buddy's walking around, and they're talking, he's like, "Oh, I think MJ really likes you." And Peter's like, "Oh, yeah, really? That's cool, great." Then MJ gets this weird, thing that people don't like about her. She says all these quotes that, agendas and feminine, all that crap. I don't get into that, me. I just watch a movie for a movie. But after that, we actually see his buddy get, hit with a dart or something, and he falls down, and Peter's like, brush his teeth. He's like, "What the heck?" Turns out Nick Fury's in this trailer. I had no idea Nick Fury was in this movie. I didn't really read up on anything about this film until the trailer came out. So that's crazy. So if this movie takes place after Endgame, we all know Nick Fury gets decimated. I don't know. I guess he comes back. Again, if this is after Endgame, that's awesome news. But again, we're not 100% sure. I'm gonna say it is, but who knows? So yeah, Nick Fury's in this trailer, and he's like, "Hey, you're a great kid, Spider-Man. You did a lot of cool stuff, saving a lot of people. Might want to flip over your buddy, but so he doesn't swallow his tongue." But it's funny, and then it goes to other shots of Peter, saving people and explosions, and the various action shots that we get toward the second, third act of the trailer. For most trailers, really. But again, it looks so promising. The CGI looks fantastic, and everything that they're doing, it really it gives a sense of this sequel is going to be probably the best sequel. I don't really care for the Sam Raimi trilogy. I think Spider-Man 2 was a great sequel, though. And I actually really enjoyed The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Not as much as the first one, but it was an okay sequel. It was okay, like B-C worthy of a sequel. However, this one looks like it could possibly beat the original Spider-Man 2 or be, one of the best Marvel sequels of all time because it just looks fantastic. I mean, kind of like Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame and a few other Marvel movies, you're stuffing a bunch of characters, more or less villains, into one trailer. You got Mysterio, Jake Gyllenhaal playing Mysterio. He looks so cool. And then you see his goldfish bowl, as Deadpool says in Lego Marvel Superheroes. He's got the goldfish bowl on, and he's, I think that's Hydro Man. I want to say it's Hydro Man, like this water dude. And, Happy's like, "Hey, you're all alone. Your friends are screwed up. What are you going to do about it? You're going to sit there or are you going to fight?" And Peter's like, "You know what? Effing, I'm going to fight." So he gets up, and there's this cool action sequences, It looks like Maria Hill's in there, too, from what I can tell. But yeah, Nick Fury and everyone's in there. It's crazy. And then it just goes to, just Mysterio showing up, using his green rays that you see in the comics and all that, and the games and whatnot. And then, of course, goes to Spider-Man Far From Home, and the globe kind of, spins to show, Spider-Man's eye holes, I guess. But yeah, it just looks phenomenal. As a huge Spider-Man fan, I can definitely get behind this. I can really say, okay, this is going to be a good sequel, and I can't wait. The CGI looks on point. The script looks funny. It looks interesting. It's got all the remaining cast, as we can tell. But here's the thing. We're still not sure where it's set. And if anyone has any lowdown on that, and you're seeing this video, please tell me in the comments. I know I'm not as professional as other people, but, I'm trying to do as best I can with what I have. And I don't know. I really enjoyed this trailer. As with, every other Marvel movie trailer, really, I don't really think I hated any of the Marvel movie trailers. But with all this being said, with Nick Fury back and the whole, what time is the set, and Mysterio and Maria Hill possibly returning, and all these things happening, and him fighting a bunch of people, how is this gonna relate to the rest of the MCU? We've never heard about Hydra Man or Mysterio, so if this takes place before Infinity War, you'd think they would have mentioned it, So I have a strong feeling this is gonna take place after Endgame. We still don't know though. Unless we do know and I'm stupid, but I'm pretty sure we don't know. Because again, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's confirmed that. And then we think and we go, ooh, well, it makes sense if it's like that. So once we actually get shown like real and we see the movie, we're probably going to figure it out. And of course, Tony's nowhere to be seen, so either Tony's dead or this happens before Infinity War, like I'm saying. Who knows? Either way, though, the trailer looks spot on, looks hilarious, looks action-packed. CGI looks great, like I said, and everything looks to be coming together for Spider-Man Far From Home. And I can't wait to see it when it comes out in July. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more trailer talks and unboxing and tributes and video games and all this cool stuff that I'm giving you guys. And thank you for the 67 subscribers so far. We're almost at 70. And, of course, now I'm at 70. Thanks, guys. So thank you guys very much for watching. Stay tuned for more content. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And comment down below what you think about Spider-Man Far From Home. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.